joking, right?
I wouldn't joke about this.
It's really true? Chihiro was a guy?
Oh, what, you guys didn't know? Chihiro Fujisaki was totally a guy! Then he was a cross-dresser? Oh, no, I'm really on fire! I wish I had killed him! So that's what Kyoko wanted. Yes! Now let's ride this wave of excitement. I do apologize for keeping you waiting. We've all just learned of the shocking revelation that Chihiro was actually a boy. Let's pick up from there.
Yes, well, I don't know his reason for hiding it, but the fact is, Chihiro was not a girl, but a boy. And because the victim was male, he would have had no problem gaining access to the boys' locker.
Assuming his handbook did, in fact, list his gender.
Of course his handbook said he was a boy. He dressed like a girl, but he was a boy through and through.
So then, there should be no issue. The victim was killed in the boys' locker room. And the killer could have easily used Sayaka or Junko's handbook to get into the girls' locker room.
So Chihiro really was killed in the boys'...
I still don't understand the motive for moving the body, but...
Well, I knew he felt a little off. There was a certain incongruity to his female body.
This is the most titillating situation!
So now everything has been
Okay, well, connected or clear or whatever.
He's off in his zone.
What about you, Makoto? After every...
Well, without a doubt, Byakuya is the one that made Chihiro's death look like Genocide Jack did it. But... I think he might not actually be the...
What? But aren't you...
He just seems to be too... easygoing about the way he's acting. It makes it seem...
And you think that might be because it doesn't have anything to...
Plus, the evidence he left behind was a little too... He consciously chose to use the extension cord, knowing it could connect him to the murder. At least, that's how I see it. And Byakuya, when you found out the murder took place in the boys' locker room, it seemed to rattle you. And then again, when you found out Chihiro was actually a guy, if you really were the killer, that stuff wouldn't have had any effect on you.
So that's your thinking, huh? Well, it bothers me that you don't have more concrete reasons, but it's fine. I guess I'll mark it as correct for the time being.
Mark it as...
He's right. I am not the culprit. I just happened to come across the corpse in the girls' locker room and decide...
Are you fucking with us right now?
No, I am not effing with you right now. I'm telling you the truth.
Well, I find it very hard to believe.
Go ahead. Find it very hard to believe.
If you're really telling the truth, then...
My reasons hardly matter right now. Uncovering the culprit now then.
Well, I don't think I could...
We're seriously gonna keep going? We're all good.
No, I'm with Makoto. If there's any doubt whatsoever, because if we're wrong...
That's true. Very well then. I'm with you.
Damn straight. Count.
Do you not have a mind of your own?
Of course I do. What am I?
Anyway, let's discuss this all as a group one more time.
That's very true.
Our lives are all on the line.
Excellent. Then shall we resume our game of hide and seek?
I got it!
Isn't there a single clue that might lead us to who did it?
Well, clues are one thing, but did nobody get a look at the killer?
I'm sure someone saw the killer.
Perhaps someone saw the victim at some point. Even that might...
Yeah. All we need right now is any kind of new info.
Isn't there a single clue that might lead us to who did it?
Well, clues are one thing. Did nobody get...
I'm sure someone saw the...
Perhaps someone saw the victim.
Yeah. All we need right now is...
It's over. It's all over. You want to know who saw the victim? The killer.
And only the killer.
And it's not like they're just gonna turn themselves in. Game over, man.
Yay! No! Not game over! Isn't there a single clue?
Well,
Did nobody get...
I'm sure someone saw the...
Perhaps someone saw the victim at some...
Yeah. All we need right now is any kind of new info.
It's over. It's all over. You want to know who saw the victim? The killer.
And only the killer.
No, it's wrong. I believe someone else did see the victim before he was murdered. What do you think, Celeste?
Now that you mention it, yes. I did see him.
Huh? Really?
Oh, but I suppose the rest of you had no idea.
Whatever! Just hurry up!
It was last night, right before night. I saw him stuffing a track jacket into a duffel bag. And then, I assume, he headed off to exercise.
A track jacket and a duffel bag? But we didn't find anything.
it seems likely that the culprit destroyed them to get rid of any evidence.
And that is when he said something that's... Chihiro told me he was in a hurry, but why would he be in a hurry? Only if someone were...
So, Mr. Fujisaki was on his way to meet with someone, and then there were...
But Hina and I had invited him to exercise with us plenty of times, and he always declined.
Probably because he was afraid you'd find out the secret he was hiding, right?
Which means that conversely, he must have trusted whoever he was meeting with very much enough so that he was willing to risk his secret being revealed.
Oh, the marvelous friendship!
The point is, whoever he met up with is the culprit, right? So we just gotta figure out who it was.
But knowing what we know,
No. You already have what you need to make the connection.
Huh?
You know who the killer is.
Who is it? Who's the killer?
Think back to the track jacket and duffel bag the kill. Focus on the details of these items.
Are you sure? You really think we can figure out who did it based on two pieces of evidence that we don't have?
What? You want to track down some fingerprints or something?
Even if we had the equipment for that, we wouldn't know how to use it.
As was noted, the evidence is already gone. There's nothing to get fingerprints from.
Maybe, but we can make certain inferences if we just take the time to talk it out.
Easy for you to say. But fine. Celeste, did you notice anything special about the bag or jacket? The bag was just a normal duffel bag from the warehouse. All the bags in there are the same, so I can't imagine what would make that one special.
Well, if I remember right, there was a decent variety of tracksuits to choose from. Do you think there might be some connection between the culprit and Chihiro's jacket?
Perhaps. Let's First of all, we know where Chihiro was headed. He was on his way to go exercise. So next we have to ask, why did he choose the specific tracksuit that he...
What do you mean, the specific tracksuit?
I got it! He picked that tracksuit. It matched the one the culprit was wearing.
So, the killer was wearing the same blue tracksuit as him? My tracksuit is black.
I don't even have a tracksuit, because exercising sucks.
I have a white tracksuit personally. I got it from the warehouse, if you must know.
Did any of that really help us get any closer to figure...
No way. Not a chance.
You heard him, right? What he just said without even realizing it? First of all, we know that Chihiki was on his way to get, so next we have to... Why did he choose the specific...
What do you mean, the specific...
I got it! He picked that. It matched the one the culprit was wearing.
So, what you're saying? The killer was wearing the same blue tracksuit as him?
No, he's wrong. Hold on a second, Mondo. What did you just say?
Huh? What'd I say?
When Celeste testified a few... She never said anything about the jacket's color, so why did you say Chihiro's blue tracksuit?
What are you... Hey, Celeste, what color was...
As a matter of fact, it was blue.
And before we began the trial...
The only one I told about any of this was you.
Then, Mondo, how did you know what color Chihiro's tracksuit was?
Because I'm sure he saw the clothes at some point in the investigation.
No, that can't be it. The bag and clothes were surely disposed of by the time we...
Then the only reason he could have known what color the tracksuit was is if he saw Cherry with it before he died! That's the only possibility!
Cherry?
So, how about it? Did you see the tracksuit or didn't you?
Just by chance. I just happened to see it last night. He walked past me, and he was carrying...
No, that can't be it either. When Celeste noticed it, Chihiro made a point of making sure the jacket was completely in the bag. If you just ran into him briefly, you couldn't possibly have seen what color the tracksuit was.
It would appear you dug your own grave.
Perhaps. But you handed him the shovel, didn't you? That's why you said what you did. Focus on the tracksuit and it'll be obvious who he met with?
Ah, now I understand. Your true intention was to draw us. That's why you said you knew he did it. To put them on edge.
That's right. Mondo was my target all along. I had my suspicion.
But why? What made you so suspicious?
That's a good question. There was a certain turning point that tipped me. Maybe you didn't notice it, Mondo, but you tend to... You only call guys dude. For girls, it's... And after he was killed, you happen to refer to him as dude. Once I picked up on that, it occurred to me that Mondo knew something we didn't.
You didn't notice such a tiny detail?
Are you a witch? She's a witch! You're positively frightful!
No, I'm not not nearly as frightful as someone capable of murdering a friend.
Mondo, was it really you? Did you really kill Chihiro?
I didn't kill anyone! You've been all over me, judging everything I say, putting words in my mouth. What gives you the right to treat me like a goddamn criminal?
Yeah! He would never do something like that! This is a false accusation!
It's true. My reasoning on that is pretty shaky.
That was fast.
Well, this does present us with a problem.
My time? That's what my little ghost friend is telling me.
Oh yeah, that reminds me.
Really?
Actually, you know, now that I'm...
Jeez, does your confidence just get up and walk away?
What do you have?
It happens to be an e-handbook. I found it laying on the ground, so I scooped it up.
I got it! We know Chihiro's handbook was missing from the scene of the...
For a fact.
For a fact indeed. I was totally sure I'd found it.
Then it must hold some clue about the culprit, right?
Well, that's what I was hoping. But it's busted. It won't even turn on.
I imagine the culprit broke it.
That's odd. I didn't think the handbooks were quite so fragile.
You're right. They're not. They're totally waterproof and shock resistant. It would take an awful lot to break one.
And yet, this one does appear to be broken, as is Leon's, sitting useless in the main hall. For all your confidence, that is a remarkably high failure rate.
Who
Do you think there might be some how precisely? Shoot! Shoot!
I got it! You already told us before that the handbook has 1 week.
You remember that? Sure, maybe I let that slip, but I never told any.
But if the handbook is supposed to never...
Then we can only assume that you know what the weakness is. I think it's a necessary piece of information if you want this to be a fair trial.
But if I tell you, and someone just
Tell us already!
oh well, I have a weakness for pushy demands. But you're sure. Then allow me to make a special announcement. When it's exposed to high temperatures for too long, it will suffer a meltdown and totally break!
I flippin' knew it!
You knew it?
Yeah, because I found the handbook laying on the floor of the sauna.
The temperature in the sauna can reach over 200 degrees. It's because as your sweat evaporates, it creates a cooling layer of air around your skin. If the hot air of the sauna were somehow pushed directly onto your skin, you'd definitely get fried. That layer of air would get blown away. That's why you may feel a burning when you move around. So when you're in a sauna, make...
Interesting.
That is a mere trifling speck of knowledge.
Anyway, if you found then the killer must have been purposely trying to...
Meaning the culprit somehow knew its...
But how'd they find out?
Indeed.
What if they found out by accident?
What do you mean by...
What if the killer took their own handbook into the sauna? They'd realize it was broken, of course, and it wouldn't be hard to figure out why. And once they had Chihiro's handbook, they knew they had an easy way to dispose of it.
I won't say it's not possible, but I don't know of anyone who...
I might know someone who did... Whoa! Sir, I think the one who may have taken the... Here's my answer! Mondo, your handbook got broken in the sauna.
What? What? Why do you keep accusing him?
Mondo and Taka had an endurance contest in the sauna. And for the contest, Mondo just so happened to keep his school uniform on. But little did he realize, he'd also left his handbook in one of his uniform pockets. And when it was all over, Mondo discovered that taking your handbook into the sauna could easily destroy it.
No, wait, hold on. You've got it all wrong. He would never kill. I don't accept this. Show me the proof.
Let's test Makoto's assertion. If what he says is correct, then Mondo, you broke your own handbook.
In other words, if Mondo's handbook is actually broken, then that proves that what Makoto said is...
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine!
See? Look! Makoto was wrong after all! Mondo wouldn't hurt a fly!
Let's test Makoto. If what he said, you broke your own. In other words, if Mondo's hand, then that proves...
Well, my goddamn
handbook works just fine!
See? Look! Makoto was wrong after all!
Mondo wouldn't hurt a fly!
Let's test Makoto's assertion. If what he says is correct, you broke your own handbook.
In other words, if Mondo's handbook, then that proves that what Makoto said is right.
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine!
See? Look! Makoto was wrong after all! Mondo wouldn't hurt a fly!
Let's test Makoto's assertion. If what he says is correct, then Mondo, you broke your own handbook.
In other words, then that proves that what—
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine!
Shoot! Let's test Makoto's assertion. If what he says is correct, then Mondo, you broke your own handbook.
In other words, if Mondo's then that proves that—
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine!
See? Look! Makoto was wrong after all! Mondo wouldn't hurt a fly!
Let's test if what he said you broke your own. In other words, if then that proves—
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine!
See? Look! Makoto was wrong! Mondo wouldn't hurt a fly!
Let's test Makoto's assertion. If what he says is correct, then you broke your own hand.
In other words, if Mondo then that proves that—
Well, my goddamn
handbook works just fine!
No, that's wrong! Mondo, the handbook you have right now, is it really yours?
The fuck is that supposed to mean?
The broken handbook that was in the main hall, isn't that one actually yours?
What the heck are you talking about?
What I mean is, I think I think he took Leon's handbook and replaced it with his own. After all, Monokuma said himself that Leon's handbook never—
That's right! The punishment it suffered wasn't nearly enough to destroy it.
So then, the broken handbook in the main hall is which would mean that the handbook Mondo has right now is—
But doesn't that violate the school regulation that says loaning out your handbook is prohibited?
Well, here's how I look at it. There is a rule about loaning your handbook to another student. It's kind of a gray area, I admit. But no worries. As such, I decree that exchange—
Well, Mondo, if I'm wrong, I'm happy to admit I made—
Son of a bitch!
What's wrong, bro? You are wrong! You have to be— Everything you just said is wrong!
Okay, then why don't we look back on this? That way, everything will be— The killer is you! First, let's take a look back to... Last night, Celeste saw Chihiro in the warehouse, correct? At the time, she was apparently stuffing something into a duffel bag. That something was a blue tracksuit. You can confirm this, right, Celeste? With bag in hand, Chihiro headed out, even though it was officially nighttime. She made her way to the locker room, specifically the boys' locker. But how could the victim, who was apparently... The killer is you! With bag in hand, she made her way to the locker room. But how could the victim, who was a... The killer is you! With bag in hand, she made her way to the locker room. But how could the victim, who was a Simple. Because she, which is why he was able to use his own Once inside, he met with someone there. It seems likely that the killer grabbed the nearby and attacked him. And that's where the bloodstains on the poster and carpeting in the boys' locker. It was likely in the heat of the moment. The body was arranged, but the murder itself felt which is why the killer hurried to try and hide the act. First, then, removing the bloody poster, Is this really the end? I refuse to give up yet! The killer is you! First, let's take a look back to before the incident. Last night, Celeste saw Chihiro in the warehouse, correct? At the time, she was apparent... That something was a blue truck. With bag in hand, she made her way to the locker. But how could the victim, who was a... Simple. Which is why he was able to use it. Once inside, he met with someone there. And the person he met was the one who killed him. It seems likely that the killer... and attacked him. And that's where the bloodstains on the... It was likely in the heat of the moment. Which is why the killer hurried to try it, then removing the blood... killer is you! Which is why the killer hurried to try and hide the act. First, pulling up the bloodstained carpet. Then, removing the bloody poster. And finally carrying the corpse into the girls' locker room. A girl's handbook was necessary to give, but this alone doesn't prove that... After all, Sayaka using one of those, a boy could... And that's exactly how the killer did. With the carpet and the poster they brought with them, they changed the layout of the boys' and girls' locker room in what you might call... That could have been the end of things. But no, Byakuya discovered the body and decided to... So, after Stumpy went and grabbed the extension cord from the light, he used the cord to string up Chihiro's lifeless body. Then, using the victim's own, he wanted to create the illusion that And around the same time that the killer, having already disposed of Chihiro's bag and other belongings, arrived at the site. There, they planned to destroy the And just as the killer expected, somehow, the killer knew that the hand, and the reason they knew that is because and that's how it all played. Isn't that right, Mondo Orada?
Where's your evidence? You need evidence! Without any proof? Show me some evidence! You're wrong! I won't listen! I refute you! False! Show me some evidence! I won't listen! False! I refuse to vote! Show me some evidence! You're wrong! I won't listen! I refute you! False! Show me some evidence! I won't listen! False! You're corrupt! I refuse to vote! I refute you! False! You're corrupt! Show me some evidence!
This should prove it! Thinking so far is right, Mondo must have replaced his broken handbook with Leon's. In which case, we can just check each of our handbooks right now. Once we do that, we'll...
We don't gotta do that.
Huh?
Yeah, I did it.
Bro! What are you saying?
I got no choice, man. After here, go ahead, Monokuma. Ask for the goddamn...
Roger that!
Wait! Hold on!
No waiting! No holding up! Time for the moment we've all been... Who will you elect as the... Will you make the right choice? Or the dreadfully wrong one? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be? What? Unbelievable.
Sorry.
What is...
Now then. Actually... Ha!
Wait.
Hey, What?
I'm sorry, but... That's right. I want to change.
Hey,
Yeah, that's right.
Uh-huh.
Correct. Indeed. Certainly.
But...
Because... I knew it.
What is this? You're wrong!
Don't make me repeat myself.
Hey,
I just... Don't fuck with me!
I'm sorry. Huh? But... I want to change.
You piece of... What? What?
Huh?
What?
No! What's wrong?
Damn you!
I just...
Yeah, that's right. You son of a bitch! I killed Chihiro. Even after all this time, I'm still just as weak as I've always been. And thanks to that, I did something I can never take.
Yep.
It can't be.
Well now.
Ridiculous.
Now then, I've prepared a very special... Let's give it everything we've got! It's punishment time!
Sorry, man. I couldn't keep the promise we made. From one man to another.
This.
Naturally.
Hey. However...
What?
Honestly. There is nothing to be done.
What?
Well...
That's right.
I see.
But...
Interesting.
Correct. Indeed. Hey,
What's this?
you... What?
Damn. Huh? What the heck? Damn it!
Ooh, how exciting!
That's enough. In the name of my family.
You're getting all riled up! Well, anyway, this is a pretty good spot. Anyway, isn't it amazing how that girl went and killed someone before things even had a chance to get boring? Once things really get moving, it'll be like a roller coaster. There won't be any stopping it. Fear and despair charge forward at a speed nothing can hope to match. But I must admit, I went to all the pain and effort of making you part of the group. You do remember you were supposed to make the first move, right? Well, no biggie. Nothing we can do about it now. So just do your best after all. That's what everyone... As long as you don't want to know my measurements, fire... Ooh, my. I know I said you could ask super denied, ultra denied, demonic denied, and nobody'd be dumb enough to reveal that, right? No matter...
Didn't cry, but I've had enough. I can't take it anymore. Getting out of here anytime soon. It's impossible. I can't let myself think about how much I want to get out of here. If I keep thinking like that... Okay. Huh? Huh? But...
Oh. So then...
How about that? impossible.
Wow.
Well... Is that okay? Huh?
Here we go!
There is nothing to be done.
You know? I'm right, right?
Perhaps. Well then.
You called for me, and so I appeared.
Yes! You SOB!
Could it be...
Let's see. Isn't it wonderful?
Listen up!
Ba-bum, ba-bum.
So then...
Too bad! Watch out!
Most unfortunate.
It would seem... Whew.
Yes, indeed. You know nothing. Yes, indeed. Isn't that wonderful? Watch out! Phew! What? Hey, in other words, you guys?
you